SYML. SYML. SYML is an artist from Seattle, Washington. This is the solo project of musician Brian Fennell, who was born and raised in Seattle. And fun fact, even though he was born in the US, he was adopted at a young age and later discovered that his biological parents were from Wales. So he chose the name SYML, which is Welsh for simple, as a way to honor his Welsh heritage. We're going to check out the song Symmetry, live from St. Mark's Cathedral. I'm really excited to check this one out with you guys. Shout out today goes to Jeff. I have no idea what to expect, but that's why we're here. We go around the world to explore music, to talk about psychology and philosophy. This is not your typical reaction channel. You will find education here, entertainment, and encouragement. So subscribe, click the bell, hit the buttons. I'm not even sure where they all are, but you'll find your way. My name is Rosalie. I'm happy that you're here. That's an interesting looking cross. Fitting to the idea of symmetry, the circle in the background.
Come now, child, the day is long.
Ooh.
Hide not yourself from me. Angels sing the final song.
This is amazing.
Silence will turn to sleep.
I'm gonna go back a bit. I have so many thoughts right now. My mind is all over the place. These lyrics are so poetic, but there's so many things we could talk about here.
Final song.
Soothing.
Silence will turn to sleep.
His voice.
The darkness will come.
Makes you want to harmonize with him. That's so ethereal, peaceful.
Black holes will bend the proud. Darkness will come. Black holes will bend the proudest ones and change up your symmetry.
I'm subscribing.
Just as the night swallows the sun, I know you'll come for me.
I got goosebumps.
The darkness will come. Rest now, child, the day is done. The dark comes for everything. Inside the heart of everyone, there lives infinity.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this song. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was beautiful. My gosh. Guys, we are subscribing to him. Oh, I already did. You guys got to do it too. We're going to click the like button. We're going to click the like button and we're going to put on the notifications for whenever he releases something new. And y'all going to do that too with me, okay? Go check out Syml, SYML. Right now, you guys can pause this video if you like, open a new tab, subscribe to him, go check him out on Instagram, Facebook, go find him on all the social media platforms. This is what it's about, friends. One of the things I love about this channel is that this allows me the platform, yes, to experience music for myself, to fall in love and open my horizon and learn with you. This is truly a journey together. We're not just hanging out in my room, listening to awesome music, which is a big part of it, and it's fun. But this is about exploration, about discovering, opening our minds, listening to stuff that can open the door to conversations in a world where a lot of people argue, where I've grown weary lately of polarization and people being so quick to slap an easy answer or a simple argument just for the sake of arguing versus having discourse and learning from one another. And even if we disagree, finding meaning in being alive and choosing life together. And it's such a blessing to me when we come across these artists. Thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for this suggestion, Jeff. When we come across artists and a whole new world opens up, I think there's something so beautiful about that. It's like friends hanging out, like back in the day, and being like, oh my gosh, I heard this song. You won't believe it. You got to listen to this. Come listen with me, And now you put it on in your room or in your car as you're driving somewhere. I want to pull up these lyrics because this song is absolutely powerful. The song itself is not that long, and I think that adds to how poignant this is. It is not this long, drawn-out demonstration of vocal or musical ability. It is a beautiful, succinct composition that has very poetic, but yet also very poignant lyrics, and then the darkness comes. And I think there's something beautiful about it. Symmetry. That title alone intrigued me, right? We think of math, we think of shapes, we think of things looking symmetrical. The way that it is on the left, it is on the right. We think of geometry and concepts and how to calculate perimeters and areas. Math, middle school, high school math, anyone? Come now, child, the day is long. Hide not yourself from me. There's so many ways we can take this. One of the things I appreciate about these lyrics, without looking into what he meant by it, what I appreciate about these lyrics is how poetic they are and how fitting to the ethereal, majestic, soothing composition. That riff on the guitar that carried like a loop throughout the whole song was beautiful. The way his voice carried so angelically, these high notes that he was gliding into, added to that very light, sombering, soothing feeling. And on one hand, there was an element of sadness, nostalgia to a degree, but sadness in the lyrics. Somber, that's maybe even a better word, reflection. And yet the composition felt light and hopeful. There was that duality for me. And I think that's fitting to the idea of symmetry because you have two sides of something that look identical, but they're the opposite side. And you had this voice, beautiful timbre his voice has, a great vocal control, absolute succinct on his notes, his pitch perfect, gliding, showing a range. We weren't just constantly up in the high notes. We weren't constantly staying in the low range. It was beautiful. It was diverse. And I think that adds to a listening experience being fun when you don't know where a person's going to take it vocally. You had a composition that had the most beautiful crescendo, the strings coming in and building and bringing in so much drama, the drums kicking in, creating a very poignant build-up, and then the saxophone coming in the end. Absolute beautiful instrumentation, beautiful instruments to bring into this. The whole setup of the video was beautiful too. A lot of symmetry in the room itself. These rectangles in the back, the circles and cylinders. I mean, I can't help but notice all the shapes, but it was a fitting setup. The circular lamps everywhere, very fitting setup to the name of the song. And I think regardless if that was done intentionally or not, it adds to how we perceive things. When you sing about something and then what I see fits to that or contrasts it, that has an effect on the human mind. Come now, child, the day is long. It feels to me, at first I thought this was a father singing over his child, almost like a lullaby. Come, honey, come, child, hide not yourself from me. My mind immediately went to the religious reference, which is of Adam and Eve, where Eve and Adam have eaten from the forbidden fruit and they hide themselves from God. And God is walking the garden in the evening saying, why are you guys hiding from me? Made me think of religious elements, but it also made me think of this idea of asking for someone to reveal themselves to you, to not hide away. When you long for a relationship and intimacy, you don't want that person to pull up walls. It also makes me think of a birth Come now, child, the day is long. The day is long makes me think we're still at the beginning of it, perhaps at a birth. The day is long, all your life is still ahead of you, so we would hope. Hide not yourself from me. Don't stay hidden. Come out into the sun, into light. It makes me think of a parent, of a loving father saying to his child, come, breathe life, step into life. Angels sing the final song, silence will turn to sleep. And this is interesting because if he would have said sleep turns to silence, I would have thought of death. We sleep and then we become ultimately eternally silent, and it becomes a forever sleep, if you will. But here silence turns to sleep. Angels sing the final song. A lot of angelic, beautiful, spiritual language. Angels singing the final song. Perhaps when someone does breathe their last, the last one to sing, the last song is sung by the angels. There's so much comfort in this song, and I can't really put my finger on it exactly why. But to me, this is another song I might want to put on my list when it's my time to breathe my last. At my funeral, I want to have like a whole, just a lot of amazing music being played and songs that meant something to me or that I want to pass on to others and give a message for them. Silence will turn to sleep. Take heed, my son, the darkness will come. And now here comes the warning. And here too, I'm seeing a journey through life. You have a child that breathes their first, that steps into life. The day is long. Life is ahead of you. The day is long could be meant as in, life can get weary. A long day doesn't always feel so good. But at the same time, it's also a wonderful gift when you had a long and successful, fulfilling day and you can finally go to sleep. Perhaps also a metaphor for life, that getting your day's work. You had your life. Now it's time to rest, aka death. Take heed, my son, the darkness will come. Here I'm hearing a parent, someone who has lived before, who's gone this path before, knows a bit, who's telling the next generation, my son, this new life, telling them to take heed. It's a warning, but it doesn't sound scary to me. Oh, you better watch out. But there's also an element of exhortation, of warning. Take heed. They want you to take this serious. The darkness will come. Death will come. And when he first said the darkness will come, I thought we were talking about, troubles in life, darkness, evil, the temptations, the things that are considered dark that we're supposed to avoid. But the more that I'm looking at these lyrics and just the whole composition as a listening experience, this masterpiece that it was, it felt like he was painting this whole band, SYML and his fellow musicians here. It felt like they were painting something, like they were revealing a beautiful mystery that is hard to look at and yet necessary to sit with. And that's why I love that this was called Symmetry. It makes me think of Tools Lateralis and this idea of as above, so below. We are born and we die. There is left and there's right. There is night, there's day, there's good, there's evil, but darkness will come. Just as much as we shouldn't hide ourselves from life, just as much as there's day, instead of saying the night will come, he's saying darkness will come. Black holes will bend the proudest ones. Nobody is safe from death. Even the proudest of people that think they have it figured out will have to bend to that black hole. Black hole, again, maybe being a symbolism for death. And change up your symmetry. It'll change up what you knew as correct, as proper, as in order. Symmetry makes me think of what is in order. You have a beautiful symmetrical shape, and there's order. It makes sense, right? It's not asymmetrical. It's not all over the place. There's a left and there's a right. And there's a bottom of that square and there's a top. There's a left side of the butterfly and a right side, right? These basic shapes that we use to introduce the idea of symmetry to children. And often I think that's what we're looking for in life. We want to understand. Give me something that makes sense. But then the black hole, aka death, and of course this could also be about other things, like when people go through things that put them face to face with death, a diagnosis, terminal illness, some type of sickness, divorce, loss. A lot of those things are often like a catalyst, I guess I should say, are often the thing that put our mortality in our face. That'll make us have to, if we dare, deal with our death anxieties more than anything. Darkness, of course, can be different things to different people, but ultimately the darkness that we all share in common, that black hole that everybody will bend to, is death. And it changes up your symmetry. It messes things up. That life we had, the symmetry we had is gone. Just as the night swallows the sun, I know you'll come for me. And it's interesting. I know you'll come for me. He was speaking to the child, second person singular. Come now, child. Hide not yourself from me. But now, he says, I know you'll come for me. Speaking to death? Was death this whole time that child? Has he personified death as a child he's speaking to? Or is he speaking to another human being, a child? And he's trying to pass on the wisdom that he's gained. Take heed, my son, the darkness will come. And that tags, rest now, child, the day is done. We went from the day is long to the day is done. It's time to rest. The dark comes for everything. Inside the heart of everyone, there lies infinity. And this part is so beautiful to me because there is such courage, as Dr. Irvin Yalom says, to stare at the sun, to look at death, to deal with, to consider, to sit with our mortality. It's scary. I say that from my own experience, thinking about death, hoping that there's more, not knowing if there is, fearing that everything will just cease, wondering what will happen to our loved ones when we go. The thought of fading, of being forgotten, of hundreds of years from now, nobody knowing who we are, and then dealing with the meaning of life. And does that make everything meaningless? Or does that give things more meaning because things are finite? When you learn to sit with some of that stuff, it's hard to take such great courage. And Simul here did something so beautiful with the song because I feel like he gave us the wings through this piece of music to sit with a scary topic with that darkness and to yet find comfort. That's why music is so therapeutic and to me beyond scientific explanation. While there are a lot of elements we could talk about, from the way our brains synchronize to our mirror neurons to the way that different rhythmic elements and melodies and sounds affect us. Of course, there's a lot of science behind it. But then there's also something about music that almost feels spiritual that you can't quite put in words. And to me, this song is that. The whole composition feeling very ethereal, very angelic, and like a comforting friend that walks with you to death. And I think that comfort, that idea, that thought is so comforting because at the end of the day, we have to face death alone. Even if someone holds our hands at our bedside as we die, they can't walk through that door with us. We have to walk it alone. Honestly, even if two people died at the exact same time, we don't know what happens after death, right? The body stops, the heartbeat stops, the body turns cold, things start to decay, but each individual body is doing that. So while relationship can be comforting in the face of death, it's still also a very isolating thought. Like you have to walk through that door by yourself. And this song feels like this invisible friend that accompanies you into that darkness and says, the dark comes for everything. This is inevitable, but you can rest. Inside the heart of everyone, there lies infinity. Maybe, even though darkness comes for everything and silence will turn to sleep, and that black hole bends everyone's knee. Maybe there's infinity in our hearts. Maybe we're all more connected and things will continue. Even if we don't know how and why and what, there is infinity in our hearts, eternity, a longing for eternity in man's heart, right? That's why we believe in reincarnation or in heaven and hell. We are somehow so paradoxically, symmetrically designed to be finite and yet long for infinity. Does that make sense? And isn't that powerful and confusing and overwhelming and awe-evoking at the same time? And what Simul did here is just absolute masterpiece. Guys, I'm fangirling a little bit. This was beautiful. Please go subscribe to Simul. I just did. My goodness, I love when you guys bring me these suggestions that just allow me to open my horizon and to bring it to you like friends enjoying music and exploring the world. So subscribe here too for more of that, and I will see you on the next ride. Ayo!